name's John Ferguson. I'm the CEO of Saxon Remote Systems. Wanted to just do a quick video and show you a little bit about our Inspector UAS, our multi-copter. I just wanted to go over the build quality. Wanted to go over how to assemble the aircraft and just give you a little bit of a background on the Inspector. Now, we say that the Inspector is one of the best built aircraft in the market. And we realize that there are a lot of really great designs, a lot of really great manufacturers out there. And we're not saying we're the best, but we believe we're one of the best. And I'll just kind of leave it to you to make your own assessment on our aircraft based on this video. So just to bring a few things forward. I say a lot in the video that our aircraft is, most every component is CNC machined in-house. That's really important to me because I don't know of any other manufacturer in the market that CNC machines most of their components in-house, even to the point to where the motors are even wound in-house. And we'll show you a little bit about that as well. But if you look at the aircraft, it's clean. There's not a lot of wiring that's sticking out all over the place, and that's really important to me. So we'll do a little bit of a background, introduce you to the aircraft, the quality. We'll do an assembly, and then we'll show you the flights. But one of the other things I'd like to introduce to you is that the Inspector has done one of the largest collects in this short drone world history. It's done a 2,500 kilometer collect, which is, we're very proud of that. It's one of the largest to date. So it's a seasoned aircraft, and we're really hoping that once you see this video and see some of the other videos that we have out there, that you'll lean more towards the acquisition of an Inspector. So I guess we'll get started. Here we go. All right, so we're going to cut off part of my face here, which probably isn't a bad thing. But here's the Pelican case. Every Inspector, it will come with two Pelican case. One case is for the Inspector itself. The other is for the ancillary equipment to support the aircraft. So we open this up. You can see that here's the case. It's nice custom cut foam. I'll start off by going around the battery. So you have two slots for the batteries, and we recommend roughly 4 batteries depending on your operations. But I'd like to show you this battery housing. This again is machined in-house. We have our guides here, so this will fit up underneath the Inspector, and then it'll slide forward, lock in place. It's a sparkless connector right here with the PCB, and this is for our battery management system. But again, if you take a look, very, very well done. We use a 20,000 milliamp hour battery. With this battery, we can realize anywhere from 45 to 55 minutes of flight time. That has been done and is repeatable. We've done that in roughly 15 miles per hour sustained winds at 28 degrees temperature, and landed at over 50 minutes. So again, this is a repeatable battery life, and that's with no gimbal, by the way. That's with no payload. So again, we have our release tabs right here on both sides. Again, the aircraft goes up, the battery goes up into the aircraft, locks in, and now your your aircraft is powered. Now you pull the fuselage out. Here is the main body. It's very nice, very nicely done. It's very sleek. It's very clean. One of the things that I really do not like about this industry is that there are a lot of aircraft with a lot of wires going everywhere, and we have to watch for wires getting into propellers, vibrations. There's just a lot of issues with wires sticking out everywhere. So we made this very clean. It's very presentable. So if you look here, the fuselage or the main body is again, it's CNC machined in-house. It's very nicely done. There's two pieces here, and then there's a locking ring on top that houses the canopy. One of the nice things about using this aircraft aluminum, as the fuse, it's very light, it's very strong, but it also will minimize EMI. So we've flown around cell towers, power lines, and we've not had any issues. Not saying that there wouldn't be any issues at some point, but we have not experienced any issues to date. So locking mechanisms right here. You'll see the connector. There's the female connector. And so our arms will connect into the aircraft. It's very robust. It's a military type connector. I don't say military grade or military spec for obvious reasons, but it's a military type connector. So take the aircraft, extend out the legs, lock them in place, and now you have the aircraft. Now, one thing you'll notice up on front here is we have a port here and here. This port is for your gimbal. So you have gimbal power and control that will go through this port. One of the nice things about the Inspector is being that we have these ports, we do not limit you to any type of gimbal or sensor that you would like to put on the aircraft. That's, and again, one of my pet peeves about this industry is you have aircraft that will only allow you to have a few types of sensors. They're nice, they're great, they're quick release and all that other stuff, but you're very limited. So, and then right here, we have an HDMI port, and that is for your video. One of the other things that we've done is, again, going back to the wires all over the place, if you open up the canopy, what we've done is we've designed a printed circuit board. We have micro-hard military grade radios that we've used and are tested extensively. We put the microhards onto the board, and then we have the autopilot that also is piggybacked onto the board. So what that does is it minimizes a lot of the wiring and the mess that goes along with your standard multicopters. It's very nice and clean inside. It opens up room for you to make additional, to put additional components in there, such as RTK or other GPSs or whatever, but you have the room to do that. And it also makes the integrations a lot cleaner. So, and then you'll notice right here, we have the SD card slot and the mini USB. That way you don't have to pull the aircraft apart to plug in and get information off of the Pixhawk Autopilot SD card. So you can just take the SD card out, or you can plug straight in and you can do what you need to get done. So again, this is the main fuse. The other thing is we use reinforced fiberglass. It doesn't allow for RF blockage, which is a great thing, which is what carbon fiber would do. So if you're rotating the aircraft or you're ascending or descending, you're not going to have to worry about losing signal with the aircraft because there's nothing in here that's blocking the signal. And again, CNC machined leg swivel connectors, locking mechanisms, body, and then we also you can see that we house our antennas inside our legs. That gives us a lot of protection. We typically use RFD 900s, which we've tested RFD 900s south of the border on real-world missions, and we've achieved over 40 kilometers with a directional antenna and RFD 900s. Obviously not on a multicopter, but on our larger fixed wing. So we have RFD 900s, or you have the choice of the microhards. And the microhards are good for probably 6 or 7 kilometers. So, which is about the sweet spot for a multicopter anyway. So, set that aside. We pull this out. This is the top layer tray for the main body. Now you can see that we have the motor arms nicely placed into the case. So we'll pull those out and do a walk around on those arms. All right, so we'll pull these arms out. Just set them down. And we'll set the case on the ground here. So as you can see, this is obviously it's a Y6 configuration. This configuration is very stable. And again, I will show you how stable this aircraft is. And I think you'd be surprised. But again, this is the arm. We do actually use carbon fiber in this location and this location only on the aircraft. Right here are the motor mounts, again, machined in-house. And then we house the ESCs inside the motor mounts. The motors themselves are wound in-house as well. So I don't think there's anybody else out there that can say that they house they wind their own motors. And then we use a 21-inch blade. So again, very, very nice, very robust. Each arm is numbered. And then the other thing, we have our CNC machine locking ring right here. And then we also manufacture this connector. And again, it's military type connector. It is not military grade or military spec. So I prefer to use the connectors for the arms. I'm not a big fan of swivel or drop down arms because of the friction. And over a period of time, the friction could rub through the wires and you could cross conduct between your wires. And of course, you know, the result is you could possibly lose a bird. So again, very nice, very sturdy. Of course, also we have our LEDs down here. So I'll go ahead and start, I'll show you guys how to assemble the aircraft. So here we go. On the aircraft, we have on the forward right is number 1. We have 2 in the aft section of the aircraft, and then number 3 goes on the forward left. So just open up your rings, and we'll take number 1. And what you do is you line this up with the top ring here. You insert until it kind of bottoms out. You just twist it a little bit, rotate it, get it to where you're lined up, and then lock it in place. And now that arm's not going to go anywhere. So now here's number 2. So we'll take number 2 and insert that back here. Again, line it up, seat it in, lock it in place. Here's number 3. Insert, line it up, lock it, and now you're good to go. Now you have an aircraft that is ready for flight. Okay, now you can do your own protocol on your own pre-flight checks. The next thing I'll show you is how to insert the battery and show you how the battery, it powers on. It doesn't require an on-off switch or plugging battery connectors in. So again, this is the leading edge. Just take that, install it inside, and now you're powered up. That's it. Now, in order to power down the battery or power down the aircraft, just squeeze the retaining pin, the tabs in, slide it forward, drop it down, and now you're done. So again, this is the Inspector. We're very proud to say that this is a very seasoned aircraft. It's been out in the market for about a year and a half now. The Inspector has completed one of the largest data collects to date, which is 2,500 kilometers of a linear mapping project. So again, it's very robust. Out of the 30 plus aircraft, there's only been one that's ever crashed, and that was a pilot error. That was not a mechanical malfunction. We at Saxon, we used to crash aircraft. We did that early, and we did it often. And so now, as a more mature company, we do not crash airplanes anymore or aircraft. So again, now I think you can see why I say on social media, LinkedIn, emails, whatever, that this is one of the best built aircraft in the market. I literally cannot think of another aircraft that's built as robust as this aircraft. Now, with every Inspector, we have a lifetime workmanship warranty on this aircraft. I don't know of anybody else that's doing a lifetime warranty on the workmanship, but it just shows you how confident we are on how well our aircraft we think will perform. And it's a smart business decision for you as the customer to be able to amortize the aircraft out over 3 to 5 years and know that over those 3 to 5 years, you know that this aircraft's going to last. But if you don't take care of the aircraft, then it's not going to take care of you. So hopefully we'll get a chance to meet you face to face. Maybe we can do a demo at some point. If there's anything I can do to help, feel free to give me a call. Send me an email at johnf, that's JOHNF, at saxonremotesystems.com. And I look forward to working with you, and thank you for your time, and thank you for watching this video.